there is this unseen, unknown, unspoken part of our reality that we've been conditioned to forget about, right? Arlo, hey baby, come here. Come on, my sweet angel. Come here. No, eating the dirt. No, we're gonna sit and just be a good boy. Please? Oh, my child. Stay here. Just stay here, okay? And so yesterday in my video, or the other day, I was talking about chaos and all the wonderful, beautiful chaos that I'm perceiving, that we just perceive in general. And when chaos happens in your life, when shit hits the fan, it's time to get excited. It's time to know that really powerful, beautiful new creations are trying to come in. That space has to be made. And so there's so much that wants to come through right now in this conversation. And first, I want to reiterate that with every problem that's created, there's already a solution created. And so just because it's unseen and you don't know the way, you don't know how it's going to work out, how it possibly could work out, there's already an answer created. You don't have to do this alone. You're not alone. And if you can lean into that trust again and just remind yourself in these moments that you're not the one who has to create the solution, you're the one who has to allow the solution to come through, then it all becomes much easier. If you can start to see the chaos in your life as just something that you get to witness rather than something that is happening to you or something that you have to try to control, if you can start to let go of the attachment, then you can start to move through in a way that allows that solution to come through. And of course, it's challenging. It challenges our patterns. It challenges our beliefs. It challenges our will, right? We're like, how could we possibly get through this when all these other people are saying these things, when nobody's seeing your value, when the money's not coming in, when the health is bad, when the living situation is bad, when you don't know which way to go, you don't know if you should move here or move there or leave the country, or of course, there's so many questions and there's so many answers. And that's why we're here. One of my favorite analogies, I guess, is and I mention it a lot on here, so if you watch these videos all the time, then you've maybe heard this, but it's in the book Existential Kink is where I heard it, and it talks about how, like, when you're watching a movie, to watch a movie, like in the movie theaters, the light that projects onto the screen, it has to have the contrast, it has to have the shadows in order for there to be a movie. Arlo, don't be rude. And if there were no shadows and if there was no contrast, then there would just be light shining onto the screen. And we would just be sitting in the movie theater looking at bright light shining on the screen. And that is you, essentially. And so that is your true essence. That is where you came from, right? If it's in resonance, then it's where you came from. For me, it resonates. And we chose to have this contrast, these shadows, be perceived so that we could experience ourselves, so that we could experience our own light. And so when we see all the contrast happening, when we're witnessing it, it's our job, you can make it your job to let go of the attachment of it and to start to trust that that solution is coming through. The past few days, I shared about it in the last video. I was like, whoa, I know there's a solution, but I don't know exactly what. Like, to the girls here, there was a big conflict because I asked them what the issue is, like why they don't like me. And then one of them is like standing over me as I'm sitting with her eyes bulging out of her head, screaming things that didn't make sense. And I had a witness there, so I know it happened that way too. And I was just like, whoa, this is interesting. I was like, is she gonna hit me? And she didn't. but it felt like it was close. And I was like, this is chaos. This is projection. This is the human experience. And I was like, I know that I am in the right place at the right time. I know that if I stay in my center and have this like this interesting experience as someone is like losing their human mind in front of you and projecting it on you, to have this like practice of staying centered in it, I think it's an incredible thing that we wouldn't experience if we were just on the other side being that bright light. And, with someone in my life being really sick and trying to support them from another country, and, with my health stuff, trying to figure out like the scans and everything that I am getting done, and all these things. I'm like, of course, if I didn't go through what I had gone through earlier in my life with Lyme disease and illness and all these different hardships, then I wouldn't have gathered all the solutions that I had at those times, all the answers, all the information that I gathered at that time to help me in these times now. But now that I have these patterns, these neural pathways within my brain and my mind, I was able to move through these past few days with like, okay, it's all happening, it's strange, person I used to be with romantically is with a new person. We all live together. We're going grocery shopping. I'm like, this is weird. I really like her. He's my really good friend. Like, this is so strange. But I'm like, just move through it. Just witness, take responsibility for all your emotions that come up. Look them in the face. Say, you're not real, or you are real, or you are valid, but I let you go because it's all an illusion. The only thing true is love and acceptance. And if I'm not love and accepting this, then it is something that I can look at and bring truth through. And so having that journey allows it to be something that is meant for you. If you can stay in your soul sovereignty through it all, the most beautiful solutions will come through. The most beautiful creations will have the space. I was talking with a friend here who reached out to me a few days ago at night, and they were like, I don't know who to go to. I'm going through this crisis, and I just need some support. Like, how do I clear my mind? How do I process? And so I gave them some tools that they could do, and they did, and they felt the things that were so scary. They allowed the emotions to come up. They went to a private place and just like let them out. And the next day, this person is paired with a new person came to the farm, and then they like fell in love. Not in like a love bombing way, but like they I don't know if they fell in love, but they're like, they matched together the next day. Like within 24 hours, these two people just came together like the strongest magnets. Like it was like a force, if you could see what we're seeing here. And I was like, wow, how fascinating is it that when we make the space, the next thing comes in like that. Like, we just have to feel it. We have to bring awareness to it. This person who reached out to me, they had been trying to turn away. They're like, I keep trying to turn away, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and more strong, and I don't know what to do with it. It's still here. And looking at it, feeling it, letting it go, observing it. We're bringing truth through it. We're making space. We're bringing in then the next layer of love and abundance and joy and adventure. And so if it's hard right now, if it's confusing right now, if you don't know whether to go left or right, and you don't know how to process what you're feeling and what's stored in your body and the deep, deep layers of, the body keeping that score to the point where you're like, where is it? I just want to let it go. You have to just turn to it and say, I choose to look at you. I choose to feel you. I choose to bring the truth through you. I choose to let go of you. I choose to let go of attachment. I choose to let go of everything that is not serving me for the highest good anymore. And I choose to be free, and I choose to step into my highest potential. Thank you. And so it is. And I choose to know that there is always a solution for every problem that I perceive. I choose to know that I don't have to do this on my own. I choose to know that I never do this on my own, that I'm always guided, always supported, and I choose to let go and to surrender into that support. I choose to give permission to my angels, my guides, my divine team, to God, to Source, to any being on the other side, the unseen, the unknown, that is here to support me in this human experience. Thank you, and so it is. I choose to give them permission to support me and to step in, to give me signs and messages and to show me the way. I choose to know I'm not alone. Thank you, and so it is. Wow. That was meant to come through. That was powerful. And I just feel buzzy. And I feel like it's just, this message is reaching the right person right now. And so if you're here right now with me, I'm so grateful to have you here. I know you're meant to be here in this moment with me. I know I'm meant to be here in this moment with you. And so we're just here having this experience. We're not meant to know it all. We're not meant to have all the answers. We're meant to trust, to learn to trust, to learn to forgive, to learn to accept help, to learn that we're never alone. The biggest illusion that causes human suffering, the cause of human suffering, is the illusion and the belief that we are separate from Source, separate from our truth. And so when you can start to lean into knowing that you are never separate, that there is no possible way to be separate, that the truth of who you are is Source, then you can let go. And you can see all this confusion as something that is happening for you to bring you to exactly where you're meant to go, to attract all the people who are meant to be in your life to you, to attract the abundance, the opportunity, the freedom to you. So trust the process. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're here with me right now in this moment and this resonated with you, leave a comment below. Let me know you're here. Let me know it resonated. If you don't want to say how it resonated, then just go ahead and say it resonated. That's all. Just comment it resonated. Let's connect. And if you want to go deeper, you can share more. Of course, I read every single comment I have since I started this channel this year, or I started posting this year. And it's just my honor and my absolute joy to be making these videos with you. So if you want to sign up for one of my programs, I have 21 days to know your divine guidance, 21 days to rewire your mind, and my newest program starting on January 1st. There's the pre-sale for it right now. It's called Decondition. It's all about deconditioning your mind so that you can set yourself free. It's a combination of those two programs, but like on steroids. Like, it's just intensive. It is consistent. It is meant to redesign you. It's meant to help you step into your highest potential, to clear all the illusions so that you can remember the truth of who you are and get what you want. So if you want to go on that journey with me, I have that link below. I also have some one-on-one availability as well. And that is all. I'm going to go do some farm stuff, enjoy another day here in Italy, and enjoy all the answers that came through in the last 24 hours for all the unknown that I had. So I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.